You're watching Talk Mania, and I'm your CJ. Welcome back to another album review. And today's album review will be of Raven's All Hell Breaking Loose, the brand new album from new wave of British heavy metal or speed metal band Raven, whatever you want to call them. I call them speed metal because, yeah, this is a speed metal release, and yeah, it borders along the lines of like new age of British heavy metal and thrash metal. And so, yeah, it's speed metal. It has a little bit of thrash, a little bit of new wave of British, so we're going to call it speed metal because, yeah, that's what speed metal is. The English speed metalers are back with the latest masterpiece. Yep, I'm going to say it. Metal City was a masterpiece, and the album before it was a masterpiece. Raven has always been one of those bands I get most excited about when talking new albums. Surprisingly not, I actually didn't know this album was coming out until like a month after it was released, so yeah, I missed it. I missed the release date for this one. I missed actually checking this one out the day that it came out. Yeah, and this is all the reason I'm most excited about Raven releasing is because they never disappoint. I have never been disappointed when listening to a Raven record, including this one. Fast and wildly aggressive are what make this album a good time. Raven has always had a tight production, professional feel, which is rare and enjoying to see for a speed metal category band. Usually they're all sloppy, and speed metal is usually sloppy. There's a lot of like sloppy bands out there, but yeah, Raven's not one of them. Raven's like one of the only like really tight production bands that is in this category. The instruments are as sharp and as hard hitting as ever with the riffs that border thrash. Like I said before, this album could be considered, in some people's books, a thrash metal record. It is just downright nasty intensity. The intense vocals make Raven recognizable every time, and they shine on this album. The vocals are amazing. This album is worth checking out. And if you haven't heard Raven before, check out their other albums. Definitely every single album they've ever released is worth listening to. I wouldn't say any album that they've ever done is not worth listening to. Every single one is. Every single one has their own thing and sounds like Raven, even their like more glam era too. Standouts, we're gonna go to standout tracks. I have 6 instead of 5. Because yeah, I just couldn't I couldn't exclude one of them from this. Medieval, I'm a huge sucker for the opening song, and well, judge me for yourself if I am a sucker for the first song here, or am I just right here? Is this song really that good to be considered a standout? I think so. Straight on the attack with what Raven is known for, and then some. Oh, in the solo, I gotta mention that crazy solo on this one. The shreddy guitar solos on this album are just sometimes, or they are always nasty on this album. Turn Up the Screw, this song has everything a Raven song should. Fast, aggressive, and violent. This song is an absolute banger. The Far Side, switching from the normal fast to the melodic chorus. This song is fantastic. This is my favorite song on All Hell Breaking Loose. This is my favorite song on this album. It's one of my favorite Raven songs I've heard. Desperate Measures, a classic sounding Raven song. Everything sounds on point, especially vocals and riffs. Edge of a Nightmare, continuing the great album. Another banger with incredible rhythm. Guitar solo, and a bass solo, which is actually, it's not really common to hear a bass solo. The only other one I could really pinpoint right now would be a Metallica record. So, a Metallica song, a couple of Metallica songs, like Amnesia, Pulling Teeth. But yeah, bass solos are very special to hear, especially like right after a guitar solo. Yeah. It almost makes me want to switch my favorite song on this album, but yeah, The Far Side and Edge of Nightmare are my 2 favorite songs on this album. Go for the Gold, ending off an album with a banger, more great musicianship and choruses, another shreddy guitar solo, and infectious rhythm. Yeah. What else? What else would you want from Raven here? It's straightforward perfection. It's straightforward Raven. It's straightforward. It's a Raven record. It's a Raven record. Everything you like about the other albums, this is on this album. It's amazing, honestly. So yeah, that's all I got for this album. That's all I got to actually say. Hope everyone liked it, and I will see everyone whenever I decide to upload again, which, who knows? I got a lot of stuff to do, so.